Hello, Gunpla nonpla fans. Today it's Speedball Haro, and today for the first of the new year, one of my first and biggest Gunpla unboxings right here from one of my favorite stores, Usagundamstore. And as you can see, this is a pretty big box. And if you need a little convincing, here is a Gundam H1 right there, sitting right on top of it. So yeah, it's a pretty big box. And I've been waiting a while for this to come in, so I'm very glad it came in now. So let's get to it. Let's move this out of the way. This. And of course, get to cutting it. Well, cutting it open, I should say. Oh, I hate when the tape gets stuck right there. Go. Now, have anyone else out there got any good unboxings lately? Any good orders come in and all that? Because this one I've been waiting on for a while, and I'm glad it came in when it did, especially if I'm right. Oop, you can practically see it. Dang, this tape is strong on this side. Okay, almost. Sorry, this box is so big, it's hard to get around it. To the sides of it. Okay, now let's get this side. Now before we do anything, let me check for any unnecessary paperwork. Okay, let's see if I can get that down without hitting the camera, so you guys can take a look with me and lift. Really? Curse you, tape. I am so sorry, I thought I cut all this. There we go. Okay. If you can't already see from the side here, we have a lot of kits in this box today. So this is going to be fun. Let's get it all opened up. And I'm sure by now you can practically see it all. But I'll open it up anyway so you guys can take a look with me. 1 second too, so I can bend down this side. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure you can all see everything in here, but I'll show it off all anyway. Because a lot of these kits all have a theme to them, and I'm very glad for the theme. Let's start off with... let's start with this way. The first kit we're looking at today is the Gundam Age 144G. Forgive me if I mispronounce this. Zephos, I believe that's correct. And as you can see, for those who know Gundam Age, this, of course, is based off the G Bouncer. Yeah, and I'm so glad I got this guy. In fact, if I'm right, yeah, I am. 1 second. I got 2. And there's a reason for that. And hopefully, if my other items I ordered a while back come in soon, what it is I'm going to build one of these guys regular, just regular build and such, but the other one I'm planning to customize to another Gundam Age unit that we never got a kit of, and it is based off the G Bouncer and the G Zephos. So I'm really glad I was able to get these when Bandai decided to do a big restock on Age kits. Though I would have, been okay with the G Bouncer either way, but I'm glad, either way, it works. So let's move these 2 out of the way so you could quickly look though. This was the 34th kid in the line, in case you didn't know. And there you go. And of course, this is the blue logo Bandai, meaning that this was the re-release of the kits, in case you didn't know. Okay, next up, let's see, what's another one? And of course, being that this is, as you can see, mostly Age kits, if you can't tell already, I had to, of course, get me, finally, a Gundam H2 regular. because I actually have the double bullet, but I've already converted it into something else. But I am very glad I can finally get this guy, because I have Magnum 2 and Dark Hound, and so I had to get my hands on a regular at a point. So I'm very glad I finally got one of these guys. So that's awesome. Especially for the being that this is the beginning of the 10-year anniversary of Gundam H2, of course. So this came in perfect timing. So I'm very glad for this guy. Let's see, let's go with the next one. And of course, if you have H2, you gotta have an H3. And of course, this is the normal variant, which I'm also glad to have gotten, because this is pretty much, for those who don't know, like the double Zeta for the H series. So definitely glad, and because I also have the Fortress. So yeah, the only one I'm missing is his Ale version, I think, or Stratos version. It was something like that. I forget the name entirely. Sadly, though, they did not re-release that version, unfortunately. But, you know, I'm glad for this one. As you can see, a lot of fun. 21st game in the line. Let's see. And of course, being that I got those two and already have an H1, I of course had to get the new Gundam of the Age line, the Age FX. Now this one is definitely a cool looking kit, and like I just said, it is pretty much the new Gundam for the series and such. So it's definitely looking cool. And also I got it too because I actually have the Magnum FX Explosion kit that I, look right next to this kit with. Too bad though they didn't have the burst version of this guy. Oh well. But hey, he looks great with all of his bits, parts, and all that. So you can all take a quick look. And of course, let's continue the line. Oh, just because we're going with the Age lineup, I should show you this guy, of course. One I'm very glad came in at last. And of course, we'll be hopefully in a future video, the Gundam Tri-Age Magnum. When this kit was first revealed, I was like totally stoked, being that this is an Age Gundam that has the concept of all three versions in him, of Age 1, Age 2, and Age 3. So I'm totally glad this has it, and of course, being that the Tri-Age also is what this one was based from. So that's pretty cool. I'm so glad. And oh look, Titus. So yeah, this is totally cool looking. Glad they have more Magnums. I hope we do get to see more Magnum Age kits, because I actually like the name and the whole color scheme gimmick to what they do with them. So that would be cool to see more. What do you guys say, huh? Let's see. Okay. Since we're doing Age units, we'll start with the next one, the G-Axis. Now this one isn't really well known, only because he was only in this series for so long, but it's still a really cool looking kit, and I'm really glad I got one. Well, actually, I should say two, as you can see. But I haven't decided what I want to do with the second one though. I got it just in case, because it was at a good deal. And I'm just, I really like the whole, of course, I love the character that pilots the G-Axis and the G-Bouncer. Our friend here, if you can see him, trying to clear that up. Okay. But the fact is, I do love this little dude. He looks awesome. He's going to be a lot of fun to build and such. Let's take those out of the way. Now, of course, I did also pick up a couple other kits. One being a kit that I grabbed because I'm a fan of the Estrella line, and I actually have his other counterpart from the Divers anime, and that is the Load Estray Double Rebake. Now, I actually like the design in this guy, his whole twin personality deal, where, as you can see in the picture here. But I have seen, of course, the product itself when fully built and such. It looks cool, and of course, a lot of people, and I want to mention this, so in case you don't know this, a lot of people are hoping, because of how the mold of the Load Estray here looks, we might get a Lord Estray from the manga series, which I would love to see too, because that version looks really cool, as you can see here. So yeah, that's going to be a fun build. And of course, lastly, as you can see, I of course had to pick up this guy after so long. The Gundam Heavy Arms. Oh, I've been waiting for this gift for so long, and I've always been a fan of Heavy Arms. So I'm so glad I finally got his high grade. The only thing I'm a little annoyed about now is because, well, a few months ago, for those who might remember, we got Bandai announcements for wing kits, and one of them happens to be a Sandrock one, the Sandrock Kai to be exact. So I'm glad for that version, but I'm also annoyed because the Sandrock Kai is just the regular high grade with a couple extra, some new weapon parts for him. So of course I realized when we got that version, there is a good chance we're going to be getting a Heavy Arms Kai, which is pretty much this Heavy Arms, but with a double-barreled Gatling gun for his arm, and I believe it comes with a new backpack. I think I might be forgetting that. But the point is, I'm glad I got this one, but I'm annoyed because there's a good chance I'll be picking up that one too. So, yeah, but I'm totally glad for this kid. He looks awesome. He's, of course, a fan favorite amongst wing fans, and just being that he's an all-powerhouse, so that's awesome. And, of course, lastly, I picked up this kid that I'm about to show you because I felt a little bad for it, and I'll explain in a second why. And that is the Lightning Gundam from Team Tri Fighters from Build Fighters. Well, Build Fighters Tri, exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the kit itself. I mean, it looks great. I just felt a little bad because I don't see, like, a lot of people mentioning him or buying, or honestly, I was surprised because USA actually had complete stock on him with no problem. Whereas in, like, the Winning and Burning and such, those kits you have to hunt down for a good deal because most of the time you have to pay, like, twice the price now for them. This guy got him for regular, which I'm glad for. I am. I felt a little bad because it means, though, that means he's not selling a lot of him. So of course I had to pick him up. I'm glad I did because what was actually good about getting him was that USA actually had in stock all of his backpack sections. The Lightning weapon system, the first one, totally glad, combines all that. And of course, the Lightning Pack Weapon System 2, the bigger version, which looks really good for him. Love how he looks and such. And the last one that he ever used, hold on. Oh, it is called Lightning. I forgot that. The Lightning Back Weapon System Mark III, which looks really cool with the whole fins and such. But I won't lie, there's one thing I never got about this pack specifically, is the color. Why it's red when his other variants are, other variants are this blue color, this dark blue. Bit odd, honestly. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just a little curious, that's all. But as you can see, I'm glad I got him because I can now do an entire vid section on Lightning with all of his weapon sets. What do you guys think? Think that's fun? Sounds cool? I'm just glad, and of course, that I have Lightning because this kid's a good kid. And that is it. Let me double check. Hold on. We don't need this. Oop. And lastly, of course, from what I can see. Oh, wait, there's something. Oh, Gundam sticker. Those are always fun. Let me just double check to make sure there's nothing else. Because they tend to... Okay, just make sure. Oh, before I forget, I'd like to quickly thank Derek over at Usagundamstore for this. Thank you. And of course, and before we go, let me just... well, as you can see, I had a big fun order coming finally, and of course I ordered these months ago, so I'm very glad they finally got here. And as I already mentioned about all of them, you know, I can't wait to get working on them, but of course I'm still working on a few things right now. So yeah, but if you have any questions, or if you do want to see any of these specific kits built soon, please leave them in the comments. I'd gladly, if you want, sure, I'd gladly do it. And of course, like I said, one thing I'd love to do is a video on the Lightning Gundam and his packs. If you like that idea, please let me know. And another video I'm thinking about doing is with the Magnum here. I'm thinking about doing a Gunpla clash between the Magnum and either between the regular Tri-Age and the Mobius that I should hopefully be getting at very soon, hopefully. And if anyone likes either of those ideas, please let me know. I'd love to hear comments and feedback so I have ideas. And of course, as you can see, these are all fun kits and perfect timing because, as I've already mentioned, this year is, of course, the celebration of hashtag decade of Gundam age. So I'm glad I got all these in now. What can I say? Perfect timing, right? And even more fun is that I actually just recently found several other age kits that I've just purchased that should be coming soon so you guys can see. So I'm gonna probably do maybe a big poll out there to do a set of age kits, whatever everyone's liking, and yeah, we'll have fun, right? So yeah. So as always, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I hope everyone's doing good and is safe, and of course enjoying your hobbies. And if I can't think of much else, then of course I'm very grateful to all my subscribers, and I like to simply say, have a good Sunday.